right, but we do want to get that, you know, if this is my wallet pocket, I want to get it on that side of the line, so.
Yeah.
All right, big guy, let's take a look at some of the numbers we got here. Just 3 hits so far, okay?
I did watch your video on the pro that was having everything analyzed a
Oh,
couple weeks ago.
which one was that? I've seen a couple.
I never heard of the guy, Swinson. Where he went and worked with some guy who was analyzing the swing.
Yeah, probably Greg Rose, or was it David?
The player was on the PGA. I don't know his name though. He's kind of tall,
Red hair.
redhead guy. Anyway, I think the gist of the video was something about playing, you know, actually going out and playing and learning how to score versus just having the perfect lap swing.
Yes, you know,
It
that's.
was a good video. It was long, but like, it was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a point where we can get to the point where we try to perfect a golf swing and not score out there, right? I've seen some guys that have some really beautiful swings and hit it beautifully, but they're still shooting 80. Yeah. So I think we're seeing a common theme here.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you looking at?
Over there on the left. See our numbers?
The bottom or the top row?
Top row from
74.9.
well, 7.3, 7.3, 7.7.
Oh, you're on the far left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm down below.
That's good. That's interesting. Take it you're not selling anything at the market today?
No, they did. This time of year, I used to do it twice a month, but anyway, they're doing it tomorrow.
Oh, interesting.
We're not doing that.
Possible balance. My low point's definitely way better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's getting better.
Yeah.
Just got a club path that's getting over the top though a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the minus?
So negative means that he's swinging in a direction left through impact. What we need is more of a 0 or a positive.
Yeah, that number seems to deviate quite a lot from week to week with them. Because we've seen them be positive before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, there's been times when we've been fighting the big hook, right? And then times we're fighting the big fade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's jump on in here and take a look, everybody.
All right.
Okay. So this one's down the line here. Okay. Hand path's looking really good right there.
Okay.
We're going to take a look on the thing there, but what I kind of see here, hand path's looking pretty good. Club gets inside just a little bit right there.
All right.
Okay, so I'd like to see that kind of more in line with our hands at this point, just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Good, 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 good. Faces, we need to work on that face. See where
Okay.
it's wide open right there?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to work on that a little bit. Stop. That's where we need to stop. That's a lift.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens, we're starting to extend
Yeah, I
our,
saw it.
right there. And then what happens is that now that you've come up, you've got to squeeze that spine back again, right? And then that's where your hand starts getting out of the way from you. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Yep.
All right, so you see there, and then it's, I don't see terribly too much of an over-the-top move here. Okay, so I don't know why it's registering that per se, but we're going to take a look. But the big thing is that now you're getting the club up, right? You can see that your left arm is across your shoulder line, really good. Need to stop right there, pal.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Just don't need to do that. Okay, so if I came on over here, all right, and I think that's where we're starting to see some of that good compression come from. Maybe just on some swings they're a little bit shorter than others.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, you know, from day to day, these
Yeah.
little things change, of course, but if we took a look at JT here, right, and his was down the line, here's his face on.
Yeah, I'm getting a pass parallel.
Right, I mean, if you look right here, that's a pretty similar position. Okay?
Yeah.
Right?
My right elbow is getting a little bit away from me. Definitely. Like it's kind of.
A little bit.
Okay.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it kind of pointing a little bit more along our shoulder line here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you see how, and it's micro here, right? But you see how his arm kind of matches this right here.
Yeah.
Okay, it's ever so slightly, right? But I think that's where our hand or our face starts to get kind of wonky. Does that make sense a little
Yeah.
bit? Okay. If I could get you to stop right there, because I don't know what, yeah, the club face is still open. We got to work on that a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
kind of figure that out. Okay. But we get you to stop right here, pal. You're going to be hitting it really good. Look at that. Look at that wrist right there.
Yeah. It's,
That's really good.
Turn my house just flat.
Yeah.
yeah.
What now all we got to do really is we've got to get his club face to match that. Does that make sense?
And
Yeah.
that's something that he's been fighting for a while, and it's frustrating.
Some
because
swings I'll get it right. Some swings.
He'll ask me to just look at that only sometimes, right?
Mhm.
And that's all I focus on when I'm standing behind him.
Yeah.
That thing would be freaking pointing at the moon.
Pointing at the moon.
And he'll somehow still hit it straight. And I'm like, how does he do that?
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's just good hand-eye coordination, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
you know, but if we could get that to match up a little bit better, that's going to be a lot easier for him to square at that club face. I think that's where we're seeing the wonkiness of the left and the right.
Yeah.
Okay. But the other big thing is that we've got to kind of make sure that we get rid of this lift.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can't feel like, you know, there's got to be a point where it's got to feel like we're here and we stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. So let's kind of go back here to the beginning. I just want to kind of see. Okay. As far as I can tell, good takeaway right here. I just need that club hinging up at this point in a different manner instead of getting back behind you. So
Okay.
this is where you're rolling the club now open.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Any questions there, guys?
No.
Okay. Let's take a look on the face on here real quick while we've got it up and just kind of see.
My only question is, can you fix that in 40 minutes?
We're certainly going to try. We're certainly going to
No
try.
pressure, coach. No
Tell
pressure.
you that, man. Like a truck driver, you're out there all alone, but you still got to deliver, right? So I want to take a look at this hip movement that we brought up. and see if we're over rotating it like we talked about. I would say yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that is probably contributing to our lift.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because
Yep.
everything is just turning, and we're trying to keep things up and going.
Let me ask you this.
Mhm.
So,
Please.
and this is something I've struggled with him from day one. But like,
Mhm.
if I drew a straight line,
Mhm.
his knee's that way. Thomas has this propensity to almost
Mm-hmm.
go that way,
Yep.
right? Whereas I'm thinking it should be this way, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You can see it in his toe. It's kind of rolling a little.
Absolutely. And I can guarantee you that where he's feeling this weight right now is on the outside of your foot. Am I
Uh-huh.
correct? Right. And that's the big difference what we see with the knee, right? Once that weight gets outside that foot, the hip is allowed to over rotate at that point because there's nothing to safeguard it. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So for you, right, this might be something, this is an old Hogan drill that he used to do.
Yep.
Right? But maybe what we do is we kick in that right knee a little bit. Okay? So kick that in just a little bit, right? And feel like we're gonna turn around that. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So kick that in. Okay? Does that change where you feel your weight with your feet?
Yeah, it's on the inside now.
Okay, so you can see, right, and that's a great point that we brought up here, right? You can see that the leg is going in this direction here, right, where JT has got that energy going straight up into his hip. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I feel like he's probably losing some power there.
without a doubt, right? It's tough to coil, right? Number two, the big thing is that he starts to over rotate and turn. You can see that with the hips and the lift, right? And that's because we've allowed our weight to be free, right? So we've kind of done this,
Yeah.
right? There's no safeguard down here to stop me. I can keep going as far as I want, but once I start to kind of pinch in this knee a little bit, like inside my ankle here, and I turn, my hip has to stop. Does that make sense? There's something that, boom, right? And everything at that point is now turn up. And now you can see my hips are at about a 45-degree angle, and they stop there, right? We can see him, he's probably, I don't have a measurement thing, but I guarantee you, maybe I do, I'm not really sure, but I can guarantee you that his hip rotation is probably more in the realm of 60, maybe 70 degrees, right? So, does that make sense, big guy? Right? And I think that's contributing, once again, to the lift and all that stuff.
All right.
All right? So, do me a favor here, okay? Pinch in your right knee a little bit, okay? So, yeah, there you go, okay? And just give me a gentle swing and start to feel where your weight is with your feet, okay?
Yeah, it's more built up on the inside instead of kind of like
Out there. Okay, great. Pinch in that knee. Feel like you got rubber bands around your knee tied together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Uh-huh. Now look where that knee's at. You see where that's at now? Okay, much better position. Yeah.
They're closer together.
Right.
It's not like pointing.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is I can see is this right toe's not coming off,
Yeah.
right? I should feel like that right toe is digging in, right? It should feel like it's really getting pushed into the ground a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's almost like your heel goes in and your toe kind of goes out, right? Like
Yes.
kinda-
Yes. Right. To me, I've always stated it feels like when I get to the top, like my right foot wants to spin out, but thank God I've got cleats on that keep it in there, and then that energy goes into the ground, not out and away outside my foot.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do this. Okay. Let's not hit full swings, but I want you to give me 5 swings here. Okay. And all I want you to focus on is feeling like we're keeping that knee in.
Okay.
Okay? Like
Yep.
it's pinched in just a little bit for me. Okay, partner? All right, and let's see if that starts to control the length of swing as well. Does that make sense?
Yep.
There you go. Pinch it in. There you go. Good. Why would you fail to record him? You dirty dog. Oh. Let's try again. Now look at your low point.
5, yeah.
All right. Look at your club path. Not nearly as over the top. Okay. So it tells, at least to me, what it's telling me is that we're starting to stabilize our lower body a little bit.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is that what we're kind of feeling a little bit?
I think so.
Good job at the low point. At least the path is getting better. Okay, let's take a look and see if we're getting that.
Much better.
Much better, right? I don't see that knee bending as much. Okay. Okay. Big thing is, I don't think I'm seeing the length of swing as that we did before.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's kind of shortened you up just a little bit here. Okay, I like that. Okay, I'm not, let's see.
Yeah, my hands did a little. I was doing that like a little bit ago.
Okay, I'm not seeing a lift in this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
My wristing was definitely getting better. Still losing it a little, but
Still losing it a little bit. Just a little. Let's see how we're doing. If I could get you to stop right there.
mm-hmm.
Just a little too much.
All right.
Right there. If I get you right there, because it's a 9-iron,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's all, you know, once your hands get to your ear, that's as far back as we really need to
Okay.
go. Okay, because past that, then it's just start, there's your lift. You see it?
Yep.
Not as much, but there's
Not as
that
bad,
little,
but-
okay? But we gotta have that feeling, right? That once my hands get to about where my ear is, that's gonna be where I need to stop and set,
Okay.
okay? There you go. Okay. Feel like that right knee's pinched in a little bit. Okay. And give me a little less bend in those knees. Feel a little bit straighter.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. There you go. Much better. Just pinching that right knee a little bit for me, okay? Good. All right. There you go. That one got a lot more height there.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Give me one more. I'm going to take a look face on, and then we'll take a look down the line here. Let's see how your hand path is doing. All right, you feeling that pressure going into our foot now? You don't feel it going out?
Mm-hmm.
All right, moment of truth. Let's see. Much better. Right? Not seeing what we saw before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I like where we're stopping at here too. Okay? I like that. Okay? I'm not seeing a lift. Alright. But we do have to get that thing. Alright, so figure out the best way. Because this is where we've been combating the most right
Yep.
here, is getting this.
Seems like he's casting in there.
Yeah, he definitely casting. You can see by the lines right here, this green line should be inside this blue line right here. Okay, so that
What's
tells
the green?
the green is going to be his downswing. The purple is his upswing, right? So if we look at JT here,
Yeah.
you see this is his backswing, and then the
Yeah.
green is inside that, right?
Yeah.
He gets it back inside here, but it needs to be inside back over here. Okay, so the big thing is getting him. So as he gets on up to the top here, okay, getting him to really feel right that everything kind of gets in here, right here. That's the feeling that he's got to have right here.
The trick that I think helped him turn the corner this last week was really focusing on that belly button down through.
Correct.
That's when he started compressing it.
Correct, and I think that's a big thing too. If we can get him to get those arms down, and the thing we see right here, and you brought up a great point, right? You can see that if I look at his belly button, it's turning, right? For him, it's like the arms go and the belly button stays pointing over here. Does that make sense? So it's definitely got to be one of those things that we got to feel like the club drops back over here, right?
Yeah.
So if we set up for me. Okay, up to the top, right? We've got to feel, okay, that we're not starting here, but we're starting this. Okay? Okay? So that's the big thing. And that what that does is it gets this right elbow tucked back to the side, gets the hands in, and now he can turn around his body like that. Okay? But that's just the biggest thing we've been fighting right there. Okay? So, but go ahead and get on up to the top for me here, and let's try to fix that club face a little bit. Okay? Yeah, but we still got a lot of
Yeah, it's weird. Every time
right there.
I can. Does that look good?
Mhm.
Okay.
See how the toe's down?
Yeah.
Right, we can see in the video that you're getting that thing so it's like this.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm not sure if that's a grip issue, if we're re-gripping it as we get up to the top a little bit,
Mhm.
okay, or a takeaway issue. So that's what I want to try to figure out right now. Okay, we're still feeling the fingers, right?
Yep.
Okay, good, good. So let's bring it on back. Yep, yep, there you go, okay? And now what we need to kind of have as a movement pattern, right, we've got to really feel like the arms come down,
Yep.
okay? For you, it's more like you're like, shoo. And you can see this is where that elbow is right there. Okay?
Yep.
All right, so set up one more time for me, big guy. Okay, up to the top. Stop. Okay? So if I put this here, yeah. Okay? Over exaggeration, of course.
Yeah.
Right? But you can see where that right elbow is now, right?
Mhm.
It's back towards our side.
Yeah.
Okay? Not getting out and away from us. And you feel your belly button and turning your belly button as you go. There you go, right? You feel that?
Yeah.
Chest is moving, turning, 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 hands are back behind, boom. Let's do that again, okay? Good, all right, good. There you go, good. All right, let me try this real quick with you. See if this might help you, give you a feel. Have we done this before yet, with the old hanger?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Yeah, once.
Okay.
Yeah, we have.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this right up against our left forearm here, okay? We're not gonna hit a ball, not gonna,
Yeah.
but what we're gonna do is we're gonna swing that back, keep that pressure against that left forearm, and see where we get, okay? That's the position we need to be in. For you right now, it's kinda like this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on over here. Good. All right, keep that pressure against your left forearm. Good. Bring it on back for me. Better. Okay?
Yeah.
Feel where we're at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Let's do it again. Mm-hmm. See where that face is, that club face is now? Okay. Good. One more time for me, please. Good. All right. Now look at where your elbow is.
So much, it's not as
Right.
fun,
And I think that's where that face is getting kind of wonky, is this elbow's doing something that
Yeah.
we don't want it to do.
Mhm.
All right. So I think this is going to help give you that feel.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep going, partner. Mm-hmm. All right. Good. Mm-hmm. All right. And just come down slowly and feel that thing against your arm. There you go. Right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Fine. All right. Look where that elbow is. It's in much better position. Do it again for me. And let's take a look. One more time for me, please. Good. Let's take a look. All right? Let's come on in here and take a look. All right, so all I want us to do is just watch that trail elbow. Okay. So much better. All right, this is the old one. See where that elbow is?
Yep. Oh yeah.
All right, not even close to the side. Huge.
Way more connected.
Way more connected, right? You can see the chest rotating and turning to complete the swing. It's not the arms trying to come out in front of us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let's keep going, okay, big guy? I think we need to work on getting this feel, okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so when we get home, we're gonna find an old crummy club, an old clothes hanger, and we're gonna stick that thing on and work on it quite a bit. All right? Good. Mm-hmm. Right, look at that elbow. It's just,
Yeah.
it's crushing your side now,
Yeah.
right? You probably haven't felt that before. That's great. You find it amazing. You bring out one device at one time, it doesn't really catch. You bring it out another time, and it does. So I think it's fairly cool. All right, does that make sense? Does that give you a feel for what we're trying to do?
Mm-hmm.
Any
One
other
thing,
Mm-hmm.
when I kind of like really do this, I know this club is really short, but I feel like my whole body kind of has to like come down.
Right.
Is that like fine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. For somebody who's up over here, right, it's going to feel like we're short and really compressing, right? We'll see,
Yeah.
you know, the guys on tour, right? When they get here, their chest compresses. They're
Okay.
getting closer to that ground, and then they start to come up. So that's a great feeling to have. Okay. So let's bring in this guy right here. Okay. And let's not worry about a ball right now. Let's just try to keep that same feel with that little device on our wrist, right?
Yeah.
And try to get that transfer of knowledge going here, okay? Yep, look where that wrist is. Getting a little too cuppy.
Okay.
Okay, so you got to kind of feel like you got that device on your thing. There you go, better, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. And down and through. there you go. Okay. All right, one more for me here. Good. All right. 3 mini swings. Okay. I want you to feel like you got that device in your hands. Okay. And then we're going to come on over and we're going to swing the device for a few more times. Come back to this and then jump back in. Good. Try to feel that thing connected to your arm. Give you one more here, my friend. Okay, feel like that thing's connected to your forearm, right? Feel that thing? Okay. How's it feeling? Talk to me.
Good. My right elbow feels way more interconnected with the rest of my body.
Okay.
Yeah, and I feel definitely some more consistency in my wrist angle, keeping it flat instead of, one time like this, one time like that.
Okay, good. Let's take a look and see how we did here, okay? As I said, Rome wasn't built in a day, but let's make sure we're putting one brick after another here. Still getting out of the way just a little bit, but you can see that that line's getting a little bit less.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so we're moving in the right direction. Okay, but that elbow's still out and away from us a bit.
Yeah.
Right? So you see how the hips are kind of leading here and the arms are kind of staying behind and the chest is staying behind? We got to kind of get that feeling. Okay, maybe we get that feeling on this swing just a little bit here. Let me jump on in there.
Yeah.
Quick. Okay. Kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about here. All right, we still want to work on this little device here. I think that's what's helping us a little bit. But I want to kind of give you an idea or a feel here a little bit. Is that I want you to kind of feel like when you get here that we're going to turn everything, the belt, the belly button and the chest and the hips, we're going to try to turn those as quick as we can out of the way. Does that make sense?
Yep.
To me, it looks like you get kind of here and it's kind of like this.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like the hips are going, the hands are kind of going, and this guy's kind of stuck in neutral a little bit. Okay? So I want us to kind of get that feeling like my chest is just, as soon as I get to the top, it's turning as fast as it can out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay? So much more of that. Okay? A little quick, right? But I'm trying to get everything here to start moving and leading the way, then kind of having my hips go, and then my hands kind of chasing after a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's kind of what we talked about 2 weeks ago, how you start with the hips, then rotate your chest, and then the hands and shoulders follow.
Correct. So we definitely want to kind of have that feeling, right? That, it's just kind of words and maybe it works with you, right? But the big thing is once I get up to the top, I really want to feel like my chest is just turning as fast and hard as it can out of the way. And I want to see what that does for us a little bit. Okay, maybe it starts to get our hands closer to our body on our downswing. And we should certainly pick up some speed by doing this too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, feel that right knee pinched in a little bit. Let's not forget about that. Guy.
Okay.
All right. One more time. Where do you feel your weight?
Way more up front instead of like on one of my swings when I first started. I hit it good, but finished kind of like this.
Fell back a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And that's probably a good indicator that our balance is out of place because we've got this weight that's going back this way and we're trying to swing this way. Does that make sense? So how does that feel as far as what we're talking about, as far as getting that chest to feel like it's rotating as soon as we get up to the top?
Good. I noticed, one of the issues I've had with this is like after I hit the ball, my head is still staring at the ground until like way after I make contact.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even like see where my club is making contact when I do that. My head and torso is just moving like way faster.
Good, good. So we're not worried about being ball bound at all.
Yeah.
It's just turn and rotate at this
Mhm.
point, right? All right, give me 4 swings here, okay? Jump on over to this. And I just want us to kind of focus on what we just talked about, okay?
Yeah.
All right. And try to keep that right knee pinched in a little bit so we feel like that pressure's going into the ground, not outside of our foot, okay?
All right.
Picked up some yards there. All right, feel like that chest is rotating hard, opening up fairly quickly, right?
That one went really high.
Speed is an equivalent of height. So it
Mhm.
tells me that speed's going up. Okay. All right, really feel like that chest is opening up as we get to the top. Feel like that thing's spinning open on us.
131.
Let's take a look at this guy, okay?
Yeah.
How did you feel that you were doing there?
I mean, I knew it was pretty good as soon as I hit it.
Okay.
It felt really solid.
Love it. Alright. Still tilting back just a little
Yeah.
bit there. You see where we're at there?
Yep.
Okay. Really got to get that hands inside a little bit. Alright. Taking a look at that right. Did we feel that weight going into our inside foot here?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. We just got to get those arms to drop a little bit. You see how that elbow gets out and away from us?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do this. Alright, so we're gonna put this underneath our forearm or underneath our armpits. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Take this. Alright, and just give me some practice swings, okay?
All right.
Alright. There you go. Just little half swings. That's all we're doing with this, okay? But what we're trying to isolate now is trying to get that right elbow to drive more down in front of us,
Mhm.
okay, instead of out and away. There you go. Good. There you go, little half swings. There you go, good. 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 Try to keep your balance a little
Yep.
bit there, okay? more time for me. Okay, let's do this one first. All right, okay. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
So you're driving it down here, okay? I like that, okay? But get that chest to start turning more. See how you're falling back a little bit there?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, so we want to kind of have more of that feeling, right, of kind of more of this motion, okay, instead of kind of this motion.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay, give me a couple more practice swings here, okay? But I think this is just going to be kind of a drill that you're going to have to kind of repeat until you start to get that feeling. Okay, driving that right elbow down in front of us. There you go. There you go. Good. Do it again for me. There you go, better. Good. One more time for me.
All right.
Good. See that? Good. Keep that towel in. Give me 3 swings with it. 3 hits. Okay. Just a half swing for me, okay? Just little half swings. All right, that's all we do with this drill, okay? Good. Last one we'll look at on the video. We're just trying to isolate that right elbow at this time. Last one here. Let's take a look. I mean, I've got the elbow strapped to your side here, and you can see that you still want to get your hands out and away a little bit. You see that?
Yeah.
Almost like he's losing his wrist angle there
Mm-hmm.
too early.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely. So go ahead, set up for me, big guy. Okay. All right, as you come on down. Yeah. Okay. Once again. Good. So, I'm just trying to think a little bit outside the box here a little bit. And bear with me here, okay? I'm going to try to, I think that's a drill right there. We've got to, I'm trying to figure out some way for you to get negative feedback for this. Like if I do it wrong, I know I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Right? I need, we don't need positive feedback. So maybe it's something where I get, we get something where we get right here, okay? Right up against the wall or some kind of object, and I just feel like I'm moving it inside of that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A few of the things that we could kind of talk about here are a few things. Just trying to get that wrist angle to stay. Something you can kind of do. Maybe against the wall. Maybe if we kind of did this. Okay. So if I got you here, all right, bear with me here. Let me jump on in there real quick. Right, maybe put an alignment rod or a towel or something back over here, right? And I would just kind of get to the point where I'm here, okay? And then just try to feel like I'm getting inside of that. That make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right? For you, it would be out over here hitting that thing. Does that make sense? So if I got you here, right, and then I feel like I gotta get inside that, so I get here, and I don't really care where it goes. I'm just trying to get you to, at some point, feel like our hands go this way, towards us as we come through. For you, it's here and then out of the way, right? So, once again, just trying to give you some negative feedback, right? So maybe we get to the point where I get here, up to the top, maybe scooch in a little bit and really feel like I'm pulling down. Does that make sense? Whatever's going to give me the idea of getting this club to move towards me, right? Getting everything to kind of move towards me and towards my body, okay?
Yeah.
As I said, this might be one of them right here. Putting some kind of object right here, feeling like I'm here, and then making sure that I'm getting inside of that. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Let's give that a shot for just a sec. Don't worry about a ball. Okay. But something where we're getting that angle of attack down with our wrists. Good. Again. One more time. Let's take a look and see.
Better.
Much better. Much better. Okay, let that head
Yeah.
release. Okay, don't keep it down there so long. Let it come. Better. Much better. Okay. So let's do this. Jump on over here real quick. I just want to kind of. Alright, so if I got you kind of like that, yeah? Alright, take a back swing. Alright. Feel like, like that wall's creeping up on us.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Right? There you go. Keep that elbow. That elbow's getting out to the side. Allows this wrist to get like this. There you go. Now, down and through. Good. Okay, once again. Alright? There you go. Okay? Right? Feel that belly button turning?
Yeah.
Right? Good. Good. Give me one more here, big guy. Okay. So 2 things that we talked about today. One was the hip rotation, right? We need to get that kind of the feeling of the knee being inside here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Turning. Okay? Feel like this right foot wants to turn out of the way, but since I have spikes or golf shoes on,
Yeah.
it's really getting pressed into the ground. Don't feel this weight. Don't be like this.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to see this right toe coming up. That tells me weight's getting onto the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
So big thing for that, I want to feel like if there was a big rubber band around my knees, kind of like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So right knee's kind of kicked in a little bit to kind of help that, and that stops that hip from over rotating on us. Okay. Big thing that we've got to work on and we're continuing to work on is that wrist set at the top, right? Making sure that we're maintaining that angle as we come down and not losing it. Okay. So a few things that I would suggest. One is always, if I have the ball here and then put a tee up here, I always find that best to get my angle of attack down.
Okay.
If we start to work through that, I would suggest maybe getting something back behind us here, okay, and feeling like I've got to get up and over top of that. Does that make sense? That's going to help with my angle of attack as well.
Yeah.
Okay. A few other things that I would have work on right here.
So last week, like a towel,
Mm-hmm.
where you put a towel down about whatever, 6 inches behind the ball and try to.
Correct. So that's what you would do. I just use that. But what I would do is just kind of get like a towel like this, okay? And then just kind of put it ever so slightly behind it, just like this. I would get probably like a pitching wedge or a sand wedge, something that's very small and easy to control. But if I get that, then I really start to work on my angle of attack.
Yeah.
And then I would just start to get more and more clubs, and I would push this back a little bit. If I had a 5-iron, you know, maybe it'd be back over here. Does that make sense? But something where it gives them a visual where this is a no-go or a no-fly zone, and this is an attack zone, okay? And we just start to get a feeling for where those wrists need to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the other thing I would suggest quite a bit to kind of help with that elbow staying onto our side a little bit is get this guy right here, you know, 15, 20 balls or something like that, half strokes, right? Feel that belly button moving through as we do it, right? Because once I get these arms kind of locked up, I've got to kind of make this movement to get it going, right? I can't get these guys to work independently. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I just find this to be the best way to kind of keep the whole chest moving as one unit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And you can see that my arms, belly button, and chest all work together. You can see that this guy's leading the way. It's not like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so that gives you a sense. And then, obviously, what I would do is get like an old clothes hanger. Okay, old plastic. Right, get an old plastic clothes hanger, just like this.
It's down the left side.
It's just square on with the face angle right here. I just put a bunch of zip ties on the side right here. Okay, and the goal of this, okay, is when you grip it, is to keep the pressure on your left, inside of your left forearm as you get on up there, and it stops you, kind of braces you right there. And then the other thing is making sure that we maintain that pressure against there. For him, it would be like this, right? So if he maintains that pressure, you can see that my hands have to come closer to keep that pressure on.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great way, for one, to stop how far back he is and get rid of that lift, and two, to kind of help make sure that he's getting those hands to come back inside a little bit, not extend out. Does that make sense, big guy?
Yep.
Okay. Did you find this to be kind of helpful?
Very helpful.
Okay. So
Because
here's
it helps with the elbow and the wrist angle.
Correct, correct. So then you can't get too wide. So give me a swing or two with that real quick. Okay. There you go. Right? The swing just looks so much more fluid when we're
Yeah.
doing it that way. One more time for me, okay, please? Yeah. So, I mean, I think we just put that on an old club that we don't use very often. Keep swinging, right? And just get used to that feel, where that stop gap is for us.
Yeah.
Okay? Any questions, guys?
Clear on when it needs to work.
Okay. Okay. Thomas, any questions, big
I
guy?
don't think so.
All right. Schedule you guys up for next week?
Do another,
Yeah, absolutely.
take it out.
Yeah, we can do that now. Can I do that right now? Guys, how are we doing this morning?
Good.
Bron, if you want to jump on in here and warm up, be more welcome. How are things going for you guys? Good? So, okay. 9 a.m. There we go. I've got you guys down.
Okay, that's fine.
Gonna take me a little bit to get this all done.
That's fine.
All right.
All right.
Sounds
Thanks,
good.
Coach.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right.
See you next week, okay? Bron, what's going on, my man?
Nothing much.
Yeah,
How you been, man?
pretty good. Survived Vegas.
Survive Vegas, man. I love that. So what's been the issue? Talk to me, guys.
Firing it right.
Firing right, okay.
I wasn't firing that right.
Well.
Last time we played.
It's been right. It seems like with his irons too.
Okay.
Like I mean, I try to watch him, and I'm just watching him swing at full speed. It's like his swing looks okay, but it seems like I don't know if he's getting too far under.
Okay.
He's kind of looks like he's cleaning it well, but it'll kind of like pop up and just like it's got no power on it.
Okay.
But then he'll hit an iron shot that's like, oh wow, look at that. So,
Okay.
but yeah, he's been firing to the right a little bit. I think he's just getting a little open. I'm trying to work on it. We played last weekend. Granted, it was the first time in a while because I was out of town for a while.
Okay.
So neither of us had, the only clubs I swung while I was away was at Topgolf, and that's probably making it worse because you're just drinking beer and swinging for the fences.
I got you, man.
Quite literally, it's like, can we get it to the end?
Yeah. I want to hit it over.
Yeah, so,
7-iron, you said?
Yeah.
yeah, so, we had a little bit of a break there for a while, and he wasn't keeping up with his drills while I was away.
Gotcha.
Admittedly, so.
How's the property doing? Did you guys get everything cleared up and everything?
Yeah, we got, the trees are out of the way and everything.